Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! It's time to take out the trash! Peekaboo, I see you because... Hot potato! Woo! I'm YouTube famous now. Available Valentine's Day 2025. The Love and Romance album. Dad. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah. What's love got to do with it? What's love? I was gonna sing Endless Love, okay? My love, low vibrato. There's only you in my life, the only thing that's right. I think that what's wrong with our generation. Have you ever seen the original Endless Night? Did y'all know? I loved that movie so much back in the day with Brooke Shields. Oh my God, I did when I was growing up. I love that movie so much. I snuck so that I could see that movie. I did, because I love that movie so much. Do you remember it though? Oh my God, I was probably, I don't know, like 5 or 6 when that movie came out, and I had a crush on Brooke Shields' boyfriend. But then he set fire to her house, and her house burnt down, and then she didn't want nothing to do with him. His name was David. I remember that because my dad had the album, okay, which was Diana Ross and Luther Vandross. Was it Luther Vandross? No, it was, who was the other guy that sang Endless Night? Why can't I think of his name now? What was her name that was on The Simple Life? Was it Lionel Richie? It was Lionel Richie and Diana Ross. They sang the original. Didn't Mariah Carey and Luther Vandross? I miss Luther Vandross so much, don't you? I mean, I wake up some days and I think, oh God, I miss Luther. I do. I miss Luther Vandross so much. Oh my God, some of his songs are some of my favorites to like. But anyway, so that was the original song. But if you have the album, I have the album inside of my dad's, okay? And if you listen to it at the very end of it, there's a part when he goes to talk to Brooke Shields' mother, okay? She's like a real hippie. They like smoke pot with the kids and all that kind of stuff. Have you ever seen the movie? You know what I'm talking about, right? And he's like talking to her, and she says David. That's how I know his name is David in that movie. But do you know what else about that movie? Oh my God, I just dropped my fan. You know what else about that movie? That movie was, I believe, like the first big movie that, what's his name? Why can't I remember? This is what's happening when you get older, okay? What's his name? The girl, Katie Holmes, the girl from Dawson's Creek, she ended up marrying him, and he's in Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise! Oh my God, I just remembered it. But anyway, that was Tom Cruise. He played David's football partner, and he was the one that gave, see, we should have known way back then that Tom Cruise was shit, okay? Because that was when, I feel like I gotta watch the cussing. No, yesterday I read a Wikipedia page in my video, and they restricted my video. No, true story, there's like a box on my video that you have to go and like click all this stuff, confirm or deny and cancel, and no more, I don't want no more of your mail. And I've never had that happen to a video of mine before ever. I was talking about Herb Baumeister in that video, and I read a Wikipedia page, and no, true story, they restricted my video. I started seeing all these comments come up, and I went and looked at it. I was like, oh my God, it's asking me if I even want to watch my own damn video. I'm 51 years old. I know what I can handle and what I can't handle. But anyway, so I just was reading a Wikipedia page. No, I read it. What is going on is I keep on seeing this in my videos that I do. Just got done doing a haul, a grocery store haul, and a review video of Oreos. And I'm like, what is going on with my hat? Is there a lipstick hair? Hang on. God forbid. Is that what, Jacqueline Hill, is that her new business that she's starting a line of hairy lipsticks? Girl, you ought to, because I heard you're real good at that. But anyway, I love that movie back in the day so much. We should have known that Tom Cruise was shit then, because he gave his friend the idea to burn down Bruce Willis, as I was going to say. This is when you know you've reached that age where all the names just kind of go together, right? When he gave David, because she wasn't in love with him anymore and she was dating somebody else, I think, and so he gave David the idea to burn down, to set fire to Brooke Shields' house and then rescue Brooke Shields, and then she would be forever in love with him. But like, it burned down their house. I think somebody got hurt in the fire. I think her brother might have died or something. I don't remember. It was a real sad movie. It came out around the same time as Ordinary People. Did y'all see that movie? Oh my, these sad movies. Kramer versus Kramer. Oh my God, my babysitter and her family took me to see that movie. My mom was so pissed. She called my mom and was trying to see if I could go see some movie. We're supposed to go see some family movie or something like that. This is where my parents are in the middle of the most bitter divorce in the entire world. Do y'all know what Kramer versus Kramer is about with Dustin? That's not his name. What's his name? I can't think of nobody today. Meryl Streep and, well, I was going to say Dustin Daly, but he wasn't even alive back then when that movie came out. What's that guy's name? But he was in Tootsie and all that. Well, I can't think of nobody's name today. I've lost it. I can tell you one person's name I remember is Colleen Barringer. Okay, that's who my neighbor calls her. She doesn't call her Colleen Ballinger. She calls her Colleen Barringer. So today we're going to talk about Colleen Barringer. I got some other things to talk about too. I got a huge announcement to make based on my video from yesterday. I got some follow-up because I did reach out to some of the people that I was talking about in my video yesterday, and I have some news about that, and I also have some updates on some changes that are going to happen over on this channel. Some big changes that I'm really excited about. But before I get into all that, do you ever just kind of like go off on tangents like I do? So I was standing in the kitchen and I was doing this review video, right? And I don't know why, but all of a sudden I started thinking about that clip. So one of my favorite things to do is go into, did you watch Big Brother, Miss Felicia? She had all those things in her pocket. No, true story, like in the pocket of my sweatshirt right here, I had the t-shirt on yesterday that said Sober AF. This is the hoodie that I got. People ask me where I got it. You can get them on Amazon. Just put in sober or recovery t-shirts and hoodies. They're all over the place. I did a whole haul on my Peter Does Stuff channel. I got my reading glasses right here. And then I got my lip gloss. And I got my, hold on a second, I got my lip balm. We're going to do that in just a second. And then I got my face spray, my heavy and face spray to cool my ass down when I start talking about Colleen Barringer, because damn does she get me hot, and not in a good way. But anyway, I don't think she gets anybody good. I don't think she gets anybody good. I don't think she gets anybody hot in a good way, okay? Definitely not with them bangs, but anyway. People get so mad at me when, oh my God, she came for Colleen Barringer's bangs. I'm like, do you ever watch RuPaul's Drag Race? Where people are talking about back rolls and lines. Girl, you ain't heard shade, okay? Go out with a gay guy one time to a gay bar for 3 hours, okay? You have never lived until you have heard the shade and the reads that come from all that. Y'all think I'm so mean over here? You were so mean. Body shaming Colleen. I didn't say nothing about her body. I said her bangs, and that was a choice, okay? It was a choice. I think she's trying to look like Madeline from those school books. That's what her hair looks like. It looks like that little Madeline that goes to the Eiffel Tower in Paris, because that's her age group that she likes to hang out with, apparently. Okay, as school children, she talked about that just in one of her latest vlogs about how she wants to start a school for children. I'm like, how fucked can you get, gal? Seriously? What therapist are you going to, okay? That you are authentically telling them what you have done and what you're going through, that you say to them, I think it's always been my dream to start a school for the arts, and that therapist isn't looking at you going, sister, you are fucked, seriously? You are so delusional, or you are literally just trolling for views at this point, and neither one of them is a good look, okay? But we're gonna get to that in just a second. So anyway, I was in my review video, you see? I need some coffee. Whoo, done 3 videos. Somebody said the other day in my video, it was real sweet, or they said it or something, they said, I'm trying to respect your taking time off. It was real nice how they said it, and I said it in my vlog last night too, but they said, I'm trying to respect you wanting to take time off from making videos and stuff like that, but like I really missed you filming videos. And I got up and I like looked and I was like, I have filmed a vlog for literally like the last 2.5, 3 weeks every single day. And then before that, I had only taken like 1 day off and had filmed I film every single day almost on my vlog. Now this weekend I'm taking, I think, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off from filming anything. But other than that, I haven't taken an extended period of time since we were on vacation. And before that, it was 4 to 6 months. So listen, Linda, I got 7 channels. I appreciate y'all missing me. I mean, I used to not get invited to shit, let alone have people be waiting by the computer to see my videos. Oh my God, are you dialing up on the AOL trying to see my computer videos? Oh my God, I'm so excited. But anyway, that means the world to me, it does. But just in case you just want to hear me talk, I mean, really all my video channels are kind of the same. I get a little bit more serious on my vlog channel. But if you just like hearing me talk, go subscribe to my vlog channel. I'm over there every single day talking for 45 minutes to an hour, usually sitting right here in this chair just telling stories about my life. Now, I'm not usually as funny as all this, but, you know, you can't be funny 24 hours a day, you know, I mean, some people try, but anyway, well, as I said, I was doing this review video, see, and I started thinking about some of my favorite clips, right? People ask me all the time what I watch on the YouTubes. My favorite thing, one of my favorite things to do is watch reunions of past Real Housewives of Atlanta, and also watch like if you look it up, most savage moments, most diva moments of like Nene Leakes, Kenya Moore, Candy Burris, who's leaving Atlanta. Did you hear? I'm so sad. Oh my God. that Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan broke up? Well, I mean, love doesn't always last, and sometimes it only lasts a year. So, you know, they were both on Traitors. That should have told you something, and I cannot wait to see that reunion because they have to both show up to that reunion. I hope Andy Cohen sits them right next to each other. I hope he do, you know? Just like how Sandoval wanted to sit right next to Raquel, okay, across from Ariana, and Ariana's like, nope, she's not sitting there. Nope, she's not sitting there. I was like, all right, girl, So anyway, apparently she's not the queen anymore. You're not the queen! But we'll talk about that on my reality TV channel. So anyway, what was I going to say? I was talking about, my favorite thing is to do is watch these most savage moments. Well, if you put in Nene Leakes' most savage moments ever, one of them that comes up is the most fantastic footage of television I have ever seen in my entire life. It's perfection, okay? It is when Nene Leakes, I don't watch the show no more, okay? I don't even think it's on anymore, but it was The Apprentice. I think I only watched like one season of it, and I didn't watch this season that she was on it, right? But Nene Leakes was on The Apprentice, but I'll tell you who, the season I did watch it was when Omarosa was on. That was the season that I watched it. But anyway, Nene Leakes is on there, and she is with Star Jones, and it's when Donald Trump is asking if, who's going to be the project manager. Nene Leakes goes, well, I'll be the project manager. And he goes, oh, did you decide that? And she goes, no, Miss Star Jones told me this morning. And she starts going off on Star Jones, feeling like Star Jones is like she's coming for her, right? She's got this game that she's trying to, you know, like she's trying to get Nene Leakes kicked off the show. I live for Nene Leakes. I know she's problematic as hell, okay? But she made for fantastic fucking television. So anyway, so I heard she might be coming back to Atlanta. Oh my God, Portia's coming back to Atlanta. This is going to be the best season ever. And Lisa Barlow said that season 5 is going to be the best season of Salt Lake City. I mean, I guess. Okay, girl. It's going to be like the fallout from Monica Garcia, Smith, Washington, Jones, Johnson, because who knows what her last name is at this point. If you watch these shows, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, Nene Leakes starts going off so bad, okay, on Miss Star Jones. And Star Jones moves to the end of the line, and Nene Leakes goes, no, actually, I think I'm going to go move down here and stand. And then they cut, there's video, they're filming, right? But they show like the after filming of it. And she goes up to Star Jones and she's like, and I know what you're up to, Miss Star Jones. And Star Jones is like, this is not the Housewives. You don't have to act like this, Nene. We're grown women. We can have conversations like this. And Nene's like, I mean, this is where you know that Nene is the same on camera as she is off camera, because this is off camera, right? And she doesn't even know that they're filming. And she's like, I got your number, Star Jones. Oh my God. I'll watch that video just to get me pumped up sometimes, come over here and talk about Colleen Behringer and James Charles. No, true story, I do. Oh, but really what I wanted to say to y'all was, can I say it? Can I say Happy Valentine's Day? I want to say, what does Dorit Kemsley say? She's like, love. She always says love. I thought she said it, but now in all these reality shows, they all say it. My love. My love! That's what she says. Dorit Kemsley from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She's the first person that ever said it. Like when PK would come in, she'd go, oh, PK, my love. She's the only person from the South that I've ever heard that. No, she's not really from the South. We truly finally heard her story. But where does that accent come from? I'm so confused about the accent of Dorit Kemsley. That would be a deep dive investigation, okay? But anyway, so Dorit Kemsley, she always calls everybody my love. Kyle, my love. Kyle, my love. Jill, hear about Kyle Morgan. They're no more my loves. But anyway, I played this song last night called In the Kitchen, doing it on the kitchen floor or something like that. It's by Morgan Wade. I downloaded it because they played it on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Morgan Wade was Kyle Richards' girlfriend that she said wasn't her girlfriend, speculatively, allegedly. We don't know, but now they're not friends because they done washed everything off their social medias. I'm so confused, and I don't really care because I love her and Mauricio together, so I hope they last. But I hope they all find love wherever love is found, okay? Because love is love is love is love, and it's Valentine's Day. But can we say that? I don't know. Can we say that? I mean, Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan aren't in love anymore, so what the fuck? You know what I mean? She had a going away, coming home party for him after he'd been gone for 3 days in LA. What the hell's she doing now? They done broke up and unfollowed each other off the Instagram. I mean, he's probably paying for feet pictures on her OnlyFans now to get any kind of attention from her. But anyway, that's beside the point. So what was I talking about? Oh, Star Jones. But I was going to say Happy Valentine's to you, my love. I want to start saying my love in all my videos because Dorit Kemsley does. But now I watch all these. Garcelle, Bevos, she says my love. On Vanderpump Rules, Lala Kent, she says my love. They all say my love. And I said to Alex, I go, and then on Southern Hospitality, Joe Bradley said my love. No, he didn't. But he should. He should. I think this is what about Southern hospitality, by the way. And yes, I should be talking about this on my reality channel. I don't know why I'm not, because I just don't feel like it right now. I feel like talking about it over here. But I love that Southern hospitality. It's like the new Vanderpump Rules, but kind of like the clear and track version of it. But don't give them time. They'll get up there, okay? I love that TJ. He is nice. I mean, he is so nice, okay? That gay guy that hangs out with 22 straight people, but he don't have a storyline, girl. Give him a storyline or get him off the show and bring Mikkel back on the show, okay? Mikkel at least has a storyline. He is drama, drama, drama all day long. But anyway, that TJ guy, he seems real nice and stuff like that, but can we give him a storyline a little bit? He's always stirring up shit. What do you think us gay guys do to a group of 22 straight people? We're always with the girls gossiping, okay? We're the ones telling the tea. Why aren't they showing that side of him? They show clips of it, but anyway, are you allowed to say Happy Valentine's Day? I feel like, listen, I don't know what to say. Monday's President's Day. Am I allowed to say Happy President's Day over here? Or would we say Merry President's Day? Do we say Happy President's Day celebration? I don't know. Are we even allowed to say that anymore? Is it politically correct? I don't know. I grew up in an era where we literally, every fucking holiday, you had a cupcake party, okay? President's Day, cupcake party, okay? Valentine's Day, cupcake party. Halloween, cupcake party. Christmas, cupcake party. Thanksgiving, cupcake party. Easter, cupcake party. You know, like, kids can't even dress up in Halloween costumes for no, true story, my nephews can't at school. Did you know that? Because people believe that Halloween's of the Satanists and it's offending the Christians and all these. I don't know. I don't get it. Can you say Valentine's Day anymore? I just thought it was about love. I did. I thought it was about, and people are always like, it's a Hallmark holiday. The people, this is what kills me, okay, about Valentine's Day, is the people, where am I at? Am I almost at 20 minutes already? Oh my Lord, I can't be. I not even hit the record button. I will be so pissed if I did not hit the record button. Whew! There is a Jesus. We're at 16 minutes. But anyway, listen, okay? I love Valentine's Day. Now, we ain't doing a whole lot this year because it's just, we're just not, okay? Because I'm on a health weight loss journey and I don't want to go to some restaurant and eat a bunch of carbs tonight, okay? So we're going to, you know, have romanticals at home and all that kind of, don't be asking questions. We've been married for 15 years, okay? Listen. And then we're going to Miami at the end of March for Ultra Music Festival and then we're staying for a couple extra days. So we're going to have like a real, like, big romantic date night at this restaurant that we want to go to down there. Real romantic. So we're going to wait till then. Not celebrate Valentine's Day then. We're celebrating Valentine's Day tonight. I got my husband some stuff and a card, and, you know, I'll give him some stuff later. But anyway, but I love when people are like, I hate Valentine's Day. It's so stupid. If you really love somebody, you should just love them the whole year round. Let me tell you who says that, okay? Let me tell you who says that sentiment, that Valentine's Day is stupid. It's always people that, number one, the people that are not in relationships, that are not single, are so sad. They're not even bitter and angry. They're just sad. They're like, oh my God, I wish I had a Valentine. Girl, I feel you. I've been single on Valentine's Day. I think once. I done found me a boyfriend the 13th of February. I wasn't sitting alone on Valentine's Day, so maybe 1 year I was alone for Valentine's Day. No, true story. But my first boyfriend out of the 3 that I claimed after I got sober, he broke up with me like the week right after Valentine's Day. No, true story, he did. I said, I'm done. I can't do it no more. I've had enough of you in your mouth. Now he just was like, I'm not in love with you anymore. Oh God, it broke my heart. I still can remember that day. Well, do you know what's so weird? Like, I'm civil with all my exes, and he's a fantastic guy. But what's so weird about this is that he, like, moved away to Florida and all this kind of stuff. He lives in South Florida. And guess what? He has been with his boyfriend for, like, 10 years now. Guess where his boyfriend's from? Venezuela. Guess where my husband's from? Venezuela. But anyway, the people that always say that about Valentine's Day are the people that have been married forever, okay? And they're the ones that are always, like, you're on the phone and they're like, and he did this, and I can't stand him, and blah, 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 whatever, and I cannot stand him, and he did this, and he did that, I don't know why I even stay, and yada, yada, yada. And they're always bitching and moaning about their husbands. It's those people that are so bitter about Valentine's Day, and they hate Valentine's Day. And they're like, well, if you love somebody as much as I love my husband, and as much as he loves me, then you celebrate it all year long. And I'm like, but you aren't, Blanche. I mean, this is whatever happened to Baby Jane. Girl, you aren't. Y'all ain't loving each other on a Tuesday, a Sunday, a Wednesday, or a Saturday, let alone Valentine's Day. What you should be saying is, this is the one time a year that we can actually fucking be nice to each other and maybe do it. That's what you should be saying to each other, because you sure as hell can't do it or be nice to each other the rest of the year, you know? Buy him a fake flower, I don't know, at CVS or something while you're up there, you know, picking up your Depends so you don't shit yourself. But anyway, So let's get to this Colleen Balligner thing. By the way, I was at the Costco today, okay, and there was these two older women in front of me, and this is where, like, you can't say anything because you don't want to offend anybody, but then people don't have a problem when they think they stand on the right side of offending somebody, and they can look right at you and they can offend you, right? And so there was these two women standing in front of me, and they both had, you know, the crosses on. My mom used to go to church on Ash Wednesday. She took all that stuff real seriously, right? But she was Lutheran, she wasn't Catholic. Well, these women were Catholic, because I could hear the church they were talking about going to. They went there for Ash Wednesday. They had the ashes on there, you know, all that kind of stuff. And they were talking about asking, like, what the different, like, Monday, Thursday, and what's Tuesday, and something about Lent. And they couldn't eat something, and this woman had gotten these donuts, and they were having this question. She's like, oh, yes, I love these donuts. Well, don't those donuts have fruit in them? I can't have fruit for Lent, and blah, blah. They're going on about these donuts, okay? And I'm sitting there thinking, damn, I don't give a fuck what them donuts have in them. They look good. I want some of them donuts, okay? But anyway, so she goes on and on and on. And here I am, sitting here with my Gucci purse, sitting right here across my messenger bag purse, sitting right across from me, right? And so this woman, she's like, Tuesday, what is Tuesday? And she looks and she turns to me and she goes, do you know what Tuesday is? And she looks down at my purse like that and she goes, never mind. I thought, this old lady done clocked me right up in the fucking Costco for my Gucci purse and done called me out right then. And so you know what I did? So then they went to this other counter and I went there and she was standing there and she kept on like doing one of these side eyes looking at me. And I'm there with my cousin Caroline and Caroline's like scanning her stuff right there and I look at her and I pull out my lip gloss and I went like this. She turned so quick. She thought she was going to have the Vespers and the Holy Ghost. Oh, my Lord, she had the Holy Ghost. Oh, God, Johnny Westbrook. She thought she was going to have the Holy Ghost right there, seeing a grown bearded man with a trucker hat sitting up in the Costco with a Gucci purse, doing some lip gloss right up there. Girl, we were doing a real good get ready with me, sitting right up in the fucking Costco today, offending all the Catholics. So anyway. You know what's always interesting to me, and I'm not Catholic, so I can say this, okay? I know I'm offending a bunch of Catholics out there. But you know what's always interesting to me about people that are Catholic? It's like, you're offended by so much. You're offended by gay people, and you're offended by this, and you're offended by that. But y'all aren't ever offended by shit that happens in your own church. I'm just asking. I think it's a fair question. There's been movies made about it. No, true story. There has. Meryl Streep's even been in some of them. But anyway, let's get to the... speaking of which... That was a good transition. Problems in the Catholic Church, Colleen Balligner. Okay, let's do that transition. So, I do have some things I got to share with you at the end of this. Share at you. That sounds like my grandma. I was talking about sitting on the front porch when I was doing my review video. I was like, I feel like I'm sitting right there. I'm shaking, bacon. Like, let me sit out there on my front porch drinking my sweet tea. It smells like damn stew in here, Lord. It does. I can remember that video to this day that I did talk about Amber Lynn Reed, and she was making this shit on her stove. I mean, it looked so nasty. It looked like Dinty Moore. It was the grossest shit I'd ever seen in my entire life. It looked like she had mixed Dinty Moore stew up with some dog food, some cat food, some chili beans, and I don't know what else. But I sent this video, and she was like, this looks so good. This is so healthy. And I was like, oh, girl, you know that apartment smells like day old stew. And I still, to this day, I get comments, and people talk to me about how I said that about Amber Lynn Reed, about how her apartment. Did you hear that Amber Lynn Reed's ex got married, girl? You called your girlfriend wifey, and your ex done found her one. I guess that's how it works out. All right, Amber, no tears for you. So anyway, so I was tagged in this because I ain't watching the Colleen Balligner vlogs unless there's something I need to watch. So I was tagged in this by Spill Some Tea With Me. Now, they're an Instagram account, and hey, how are you? You got your broom. You brushing the street?
No, I tried to figure out how many people were there.
How many people were where?
There. Because I couldn't figure out if you had a lot of people on the porch or not.
I got a big party up here, yep.
Okay.
Okay. Good luck cleaning that street. My neighbor down the street, she's about 94. She'll walk down the street with this broom. She stopped right from my house. She goes, I heard you screaming down the street. I wanted to know how many people were up there in your front porch. walking down the street with a broom. People think I'm crazy shouting on my front porch. Why don't you quit cleaning the street? Anyway, she's nice as pie. Couldn't be mean to her, you know. I don't know. She don't even know what happened yesterday and probably don't know what's happening tomorrow. So anyway, but she's real nice. She is. She gets everybody's mail. She collects everybody's mail and takes it to their door. Not mine, though. It's like my neighbor back in the day. We had this neighbor. Truly story. She was driving until she was like 103. It's one day, her name was Norma. She done passed away. I can say that now. I found out later. She told me all this one story this one day about how she was a tailor for like Oscar de la Renta and Chanel and all these things. I was like, she is such a liar. She lived in New York City and she was like a seamstress and a tailor for all these fashion designers, and she used to go to run fashion shows and runways and all this kind of stuff. And Bill Blass and all these people. I was like, she is such a liar, okay? And she's talking about how she's a big fashion, working for these big fashion designers and all this kind of stuff. So then, this one day, I'm talking to her out in the back porch. This is a true story. I've shared this a lot in my vlog. And I was like, Norma, what are you doing today? She's had these most beautiful rose garden bushes, right? And I was like, oh, your roses look so pretty. She's like, thank you. Anyway, she liked my mom a lot better. She lived here when my mom lived here. She liked my mom a lot better than she liked me. But anyway, so, but I'll tell you now, I do know that she did know the gays, and I'll tell you why here in just a second. So anyway, so I was like, what are you doing today, Norma? And she was like, oh, I'm baking inside. One day, my husband and I, the electricity went off. So her kitchen, like, well, you can hear, like, our bedroom, her kitchen, because our, like, walls are connected because of the condo and stuff like that. And we're, like, laying and electricity goes out. And she was in the house, and we could hear her. And she goes, Peter, Alex? She goes, now, Alex says that she was outside, but she wasn't outside. She was still inside. She goes, Peter, Alex, can you hear me? And so, like, we ran outside because she couldn't see and stuff like that. She was in her little pajamas. It was so cute, right? But Alex is like, if she can hear us through these walls when the electricity is off, because she was scared because the electricity was off, right? But anyway, this one day I'm talking to her. I was like, what are you doing today, Norma? And she's like, oh, I'm baking. I like to bake. And I go, who do you bake for? I didn't know nothing about this woman, okay? I talked to her, hey, how are you doing? Things like that. Every day she drives. She was like this behind the steering wheel. 105, still driving, right? 103 or something like that. So anyway, she's like, oh, I like to bake. I go, for who? Family and friends? She goes, oh, no, I don't have any family here. I've got like one friend or something like that. I go, and she tells me about how she moved from New York, and she's a seamstress and a tailor to Coco Chanel and Oscar de la Renta and Bill Blass. She's such a liar, right? Okay, so I said, oh, and she's like, yeah, and I give some of these baked goods to my favorite neighbors. And then she looked at me and she goes, maybe you'll get one day. Guess what? Never did. Got boogered. But anyway, she done passed away. Okay, they put her in a nursing home. They read her last, speaking of Catholics and all this kind of stuff, they read her last rites and everything and thought that she was like, she was going to the other side, you know? We call it the Rainbow Bridge with Heavenly Gates. I guess we call it the Heavenly Gates, don't we? I kind of like to, I would think I want to cross the Rainbow Bridge, you know? I don't care about them people that have passed. No, true story, I don't, okay? I miss some of them. I miss my mom and things like that, but, you know, I'd rather see my dogs at first, you know, that passed away. No, true story, I would. Pee-Pee and Tucker, I'd love to be greeted by Pee-Pee and Tucker. I want to go over the Rainbow Bridge. I don't want to go over to them regular. I don't want to be hanging out with a bunch of people at the gates of heaven. Hell, they might not let me in. Who knows? But anyway, no, true story. But anyway, so they read her last rite. She was in this like assisted living program and stuff like that. Then she came back. And the way I found that out is because my neighbor's grandma, she lives down the street, and she's the nosiest neighbor in the entire world. She ain't so much anymore because she can't really move around because now she's like 95, and my neighbor's got to go down there and clip her toenails. And I said, you're a real good granddaughter because I wouldn't be clipping no old people's toenails, right? I hope I never get to the age where somebody's got to clip my toenails. I know what a good pedicure is for, and that is what a good pedicure is for. So anyway, but this woman, she used to be the nosiest neighbor in the entire world. No, true story. We didn't do our yards one year. She turned me and her granddaughter into the HOA, and we had to pay $150 for them to come do our walkway. Can you imagine it? Then I was like, can we pay $150 every year? They did a better job than I did. So anyway, but when she told me that whole story because she was like friends with Norman and stuff like that. She'd water her rose bushes and all this kind of stuff. And then this is kind of like a vlog if you like this, but I don't talk as fast in my vlogs. I just kind of like lay back in the chair and drink coffee. But anyway, so then when she passed away, they were getting ready to put her condo for sale. And she goes, do you want to come inside and see what the condo looks like? And I was like, yeah, you know, because we're so nosy in this neighborhood. We want to see what everybody's condo looks like. So I go in there. She got this full basement and stuff. I go in that basement. No, true story. There are full dress forms. And she has this wall with all these newspaper clippings. And there is Norma standing there, okay? Much younger Norma standing there. Oscar de la Renta Bill Blast. She's standing there with all them fashion designers. She's on the front seats of the fashion shows. I was like, I was living next to somebody fucking famous and I didn't even know it. I could have met all these famous fashion designers. I wanted to be a fashion designer, but no. Anyway, let's get back to Colleen Balligner, okay? So, the Instagram account spills some tea with me. Now, people thought it was Adam McIntyre, okay? I thought this was so funny when Adam McIntyre said it in a video. Hey, Adam, how are you? Adam McIntyre is currently in Japan. He's traveling around the world, okay? I think he's going on a cruise to Antarctica next or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, he said that people were saying that they thought he was spill some tea with me because he shouts them out so much, and I shout him out too. People used to think that I would spill some tea with me too, but listen, I'm not that interested in Ethan Klein and H3H3 podcast. No, true story, I'm not. That's mostly who she covers over there. But what's so funny about this is that before they thought that it was Adam, they thought it was me, okay? And people used to say that back in the day. Well, she reached out to me and she's like, because she tags me and stuff all the time, right? Is this going to stop? It's going to stop in 30 seconds. Hold on a second. Just for Adam. Okay. So anyway, and hey to Adam's mom, Sinead. How you doing, girl? I think Sinead and I, even though she's like 10 years younger than me, I think she and I would have been good friends when we were in high school. First of all, I can't. Sinead O'Connor, is that her name? I love that song. Oh my God, the one about the war, Drink Until the War. Ah! All that song, Mandinka. I love that song so much. I love her so much. So sad that she passed away. But anyway, Adam's mom, Sinead, and I think we would have been good friends in high school. She kind of seems like she and I would be good jitties to hang out with and stuff like that. I love Sinead. I think I actually talked to her more than I ever interact with Adam. One thing about Adam McIntyre, just so y'all want to know, he's not real good about returning a text message, okay? Unless he wants to know something. Gotcha, Adam. But anyway, no, he's so sweet. But anyway, I love his mother, Sinead. She and I be good jitties, I think. So anyway, hey. Oh, God. Big old burly straight guy walking down the street, and I go, hey. He just turned the other way. Anyway. Bible Belt. We live in the Bible Belt. So, spill some tea with me. She tags me and all this kind of stuff, right? Well, she's the person that actually designed my merch for me a while ago. I didn't know this. And she's like, you actually do know who I am. And I'm like, who are you? And she's like, it's so-and-so. I designed your merch. And I was like, oh my God, I live for that. I'm like, look at the phone. I'm like, is my husband texting me? Yes. He on his way home. He better have brought me flowers today. No, true story, he should have. I don't care. I'm so past flowers. If I want flowers, I'll buy myself flowers these days. That's when you know you're early in a relationship and you get real bent out of shape, you know, and you don't give your husband any, what's the word that we call it? Back in the day when we watched a Newlywed Game, well, I can't. I feel like if you say anything, it's like the wrong word to say. I don't know. Making love. What's a funny word for it? You know, but anyway, if you like, you get so bad out of shape, well, I can't believe I didn't get no flowers for Valentine's. Now I'm just like, if I want flowers, I'll buy myself flowers for Valentine's Day. Guess what I got my husband? Protein shakes. No, not like that. Don't be dirty-minded. Maybe later. Protein shakes and Cokes, because that's what he asked for. I didn't get him at Costco. I got him at Target, because he asked for me before and after I got from Target. And I got him a Valentine's Day card and stuff like that. I got something coming for him for Ultra Music Festival. It's a little surprise. He doesn't know. So anyway, she put this thing up about Colleen Balligner in this vlog, okay? And here, I'll just like turn it down for you so you can see it. Here it is. Let me turn down the volume. Here it is so you can see that there's actual fact to this. Okay, so here it is. Here's some tea with me. And here's Colleen Balligner and what she's talking about here. I'll read it to you underneath here. It says, Colleen Balligner talks about wanting to open a school for children. Maybe someone with her track record with minors should maybe pass that idea over to somebody else. So what it is it's about a 45-second clip of, I just finished the Mandy Matney book, Blood on Their Hands, and I loved it so much, and I sent her an Instagram message. Oh my God, do you think she'll respond to me? I doubt it. But anyway, I said to her in the message, I said, I did name drop, because I was like, she ain't gonna know who I am, okay? So I did name drop, because she's done work with Emily Baker, and I love Emily Baker so much. We were texting yesterday. She's coming to Indianapolis, and we're gonna hang out. So anyway, but I was like, oh, I'm like friends with Emily Baker too, just so she would like know that I was trustworthy and stuff like that. But I just was thanking her for her book, because her book made me feel seen about some of the things that she said in her book. But anyway, if you're looking for a really great true crime book or book otherwise about the Murdaugh murders, Mandy Matney's Blood on Their Hands is fantastic. Okay, so anyway, so speaking of true crime, Colleen Ballinger. But Colleen Ballinger does this vlog, right? And she's sitting there and she's talking about how it's always been a dream of hers to, I'll just give you a short edit of it, okay? To open a school for kids for the arts, all right? And she doesn't know how she would fund it, but she wants it to be affordable for everybody. She wants everybody to be able to attend. And who just texted me? All these emojis over here. Who is this person? Oh, my... Alex's grandma. That was so sweet. So anyway, hey, abuelita. So anyway, she's talking about how she wants to open a school for these kids, a school for the arts, and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh, what is that? Okay, hold on a second. Let me pull this pillow down here. Okay. Cole. Wants to start a school for kids, girl. You had one, girl. It was called group chats, okay? This is so mind-boggling to me. Okay, this is where I am very, very confused, all right? This is where I do feel like it's time that YouTube steps in, okay? Because, or somebody needs to step in, all right? Because if Colleen Ballinger was just doing vlogs about rocks or playing her ukulele or whatever, okay, more power to her. But she is now in vlogs talking about how it's always been her dream and her passion. She doesn't know how she would do it to open a school for kids. All right? Now, whether you love Colleen Ballinger or not, okay, there is irrefutable evidence that she was having inappropriate, I don't care, defend her till the grave, okay? Say you love her, all right? But look at those text messages and group chats. Look at those messages and group chats where she's asking people, okay, about their first period, their favorite sexual position. Read the text messages between her and Adam McIntyre. Go watch the edited or even the unedited version, okay, of the interaction with her and her best friend Corey about sending the lingerie to Adam McIntyre, okay? Go in there and watch her Miranda Sings videos that she does with Joey Graceffa and Manny MUA, okay? And you ask yourself if you think this is any person that should be doing any kind of work with the education of children, okay? And should be an administrator, a teacher, a principal, should have any input into anything to do with raising kids at all, okay? Love her, defend her all you want. There is irrefutable factual evidence of how this woman spoke to children that were 14 and 15 years old. Irrefutable evidence. You cannot deny it, okay? I don't care if she ever comes out and addresses it. The fact that she hasn't proves that it's fact, okay? But we already knew that because there's been enough people that have come out and talked about it, all right? Josh David Evans, her ex, came out and talked about it. There's been so much evidence that's come out about this, all right? And yet this woman thinks that it's okay for her to get in a video and talk about opening a school. So here's the two things, okay? Either she is really trolling for views, because like I said this at the end of last year, that Colleen Ballinger, when her views dip, will come out and say something that is so outrageous, or she will address the allegations, okay, to get more views again, because she knows that people are done with her, and that's the only way that she'll pull views, all right? So it's either that she is completely for trolling for views. Well, if YouTube is okay, all right, with the fact, you know, like, there's all these different speculations as to why Eugenia Cooney has been restricted off of TikTok, okay? And that minors can't see her work anymore, that she's not a good role model. I'm not really sure why YouTube isn't taking that same stance with Colleen Ballinger, who there is irrefutable evidence that many YouTubers have done extensive research and shown, including many of the victims, including Adam McIntyre, that goes through and reads it, and there is irrefutable evidence, okay, that Colleen Ballinger was having inappropriate sexual conversations with minors, and then has the audacity to get in a vlog and talk about wanting to start a school for kids. Okay, so if this is for views, I think it's time for YouTube to step in it and do something, okay? I think that is so sick that you would troll the victimization of minors. So it either has to be that, right? So if that's the case, then you have Colleen Ballinger trolling the victimization and the traumatic experiences of minors, of any minors out there, of any person that's ever experienced sexual trauma, okay? She's trolling that for views. Or it's that she's so absolutely 100% delusional that she really doesn't think there's anything wrong. And a person that thinks that it's okay to sit and have those kind of conversations with a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 15-year-old thinks there is anything appropriate about starting a school, okay? And that maybe 20 years ago, but today, after everything she's gone through, that to even get on video and say that after everything she's gone through is so delusional to me. There is no awareness whatsoever. It's not even an FU to the people that have called her out. It's literally like there is something very wrong with Colleen Ballinger, okay? And whoever her therapists are, her team of therapists, her therapist that she says she's working with, I do not believe that. What therapist would sit there, okay, if she is being authentic and genuine with them and explain to them what she was being accused of and go through that and go through her feelings, and then that therapist would say, well, is there any truth to that? Well, no, there's no truth to that. Well, can I see the evidence of what's going on with that? Sure, here it is, but no, there's no truth to it. Well, Colleen, did you see? Unless she's not seen a very good therapist, unless she's seen a yes man, which is what her ex-husband said that she surrounded herself by, so that's probably the case, or she's not seen a therapist at all. But a good therapist would say, can I see where they're accusing you of this stuff? Let's see what they're saying. Well, Colleen, it says right here, so there is some truth to that. Maybe we need to take a look at that. Maybe there's some accountability. What therapist in the world would suggest to her, or even go down the road, that a woman with these kind of accusations thinks it's okay to have a dream, to start a school for kids, when where her playground has been inappropriate to begin with, okay? And furthermore, what therapist in the world, even if they entertain that, would say, and I think it's a good idea for you to take this to YouTube, and you ought to tell the world that it's actually come for you over your inappropriate behavior with minors, and you ought to share that with them, and you ought to tell them that, okay? So that you can even be opening yourself up to further scrutiny and criticization, or being criticized, and open yourself completely all over again. Because what this tells us is, from all the way to last year in June, when the allegations came out, to now, to the high video, to the coming back, to how she says you can take a lie and run with it, like JoJo Siwa said, through all of it, this woman getting in a vlog and saying that she wants to start a school has absolutely no awareness and has learned absolutely nothing. And quite frankly, if it were me and I was in Colleen Ballinger's shoes, that would be the last fucking thing I would ever say on video, and I don't give a shit if it was for views or anything. So what I believe is she really is that delusional. And if that's the case, then somebody needs to step in, either her husband or people that are surrounding themselves or people that have never called her out and still act like they're her friends, like Joey Graceffa, or YouTube, or somebody that is invested in the life of Colleen Ballinger needs to step in, because this person is so delusional. And if she is so delusional that at that point she doesn't even see the wrongdoing connected to what she's saying now, if it is truly not for views, that to me is very scary. Very scary. And somebody needs to step in, because that's concerning. That's concerning to the life of Colleen Ballinger. That's concerning to this, where you literally can see no wrongdoing. I mean, okay, as a question, let's just say she's read these text messages and she's read these group chats, and she said in the past, like, well, I made some mistakes and, you know, I should, okay, so you're admitting that those conversations that you had were mistakes, but like, a mistake is something that you do 1, 2, 5, 10 times and you kind of learn for it. It's not something that you do like year after year after year after year. And in fact, after being called out about it on a major platform like YouTube, national magazines, national articles, podcasts, news sources internationally are talking about you, that you actually continue to stay in those group chats, okay? That's not a mistake, all right? That's a choice. So you chose to continue to engage in these behaviors long after it was brought to your attention. And in fact, you still to this day don't think that you've done anything wrong. It's baffling to me, okay? Now, we know that that behavior back in the day wasn't for views. So is today for views, or is she really this delusional? And if this woman is looking, this grown, almost 40-year-old woman, who is a parent, okay, and a wife, and a sister, and a daughter, okay, and has all these people surrounding her that are apparently, it reminds me so much of Whitney Houston. And when you watch the documentary, and Whitney Houston's agent comes out, and she says nobody in the family would ever call Whitney Houston out, and none of the family would ever say they were concerned about Whitney Houston, because they were all driving Mercedes and living in homes that were paid by Whitney Houston, because they were living off the dime of Whitney Houston, okay? Let's look at what happened to Whitney Houston. That's how much her family cares about Colleen Balligner. How you could sit here and be a close friend or family member of Colleen Balligner, okay, that has gone through this, and then see her put up a vlog where she says that even if you don't think she's doing anything wrong, why would you want her to open herself up to scrutiny like that? That she thinks it's okay to say that she wants to open a school. It's literally buffoonery, okay? Unless she's looking at those group chats and she's like, yeah, I did ask people about their first period. Yeah, I did ask people what their favorite sexual position was. Yes, I did send somebody lingerie as a joke, but he asked for it. 14, 15 at the time, right? A 15-year-old asks you to do something as a 30-year-old woman, you do it, okay? And then you edit that part out to defend yourself against a teenager? That's what you do? Okay, and you think you're somebody that has any business designing curriculum to educate our future generation? Fuck you, Colleen Balligner. Seriously? No, ma'am. This is where, okay, this small piece alone is so profound in the lack of growth and development of Colleen Balligner, and it is time that something is done, because she is either doing this now and re-traumatizing these victims over and over again for views, money, subscribers, and clicks, or there is literally something very, very wrong with Colleen Balligner. And sadly, I believe it's the latter, okay? And I say sadly because if it's about the views and the clicks and the subscribers, that's something she can change right away, right? Then they could demonetize her channel and she would stop doing all that kind of stuff. I don't think that's right. I think the wiring is off with Colleen Balligner, and I think she really needs to seek some serious, serious help. And the fact that her husband and her family and her friends, and they are all okay with her putting this stuff out there in the universe. Are you watching this vlog where somebody that is so close to you was accused of such horrific things about their sexual interactions, sexual inappropriate conversations that they had with minors? They were called out for it on an international level. It was almost career ruining. And yet, they're saying that they want to start a school, and you don't care about your friends, your family, your wife, your neighbor enough to say, hey, I'm kind of worried about you. Like, are you not seeing the connection here? I mean, like, that's a pretty obvious connection, right? You know? I just want to put this in perspective for you. I have been a vegetarian now. August was 5 years, okay? When I started being a vegetarian, I was so careful about saying, I don't know how long I'll do this. I don't know if I'm going to do this. I don't know if I'm going to do that. Because at that time that I was a vegetarian, so many people that were vegan and vegetarians and had built their channels around it, which I never planned to do. It's just a personal choice that I did for myself off of a propaganda video that I did, and I thought I'd only do it for 30 days. God, I never thought I'd still be sitting here today as a vegetarian, okay? But anyway, and I'm not a real healthy vegetarian, so let's just make that clear. So anyway, but I was so careful and I was so scared. And I can remember talking to a friend of mine that had been a vegetarian for 31 years. And she said to me, I said, I'm so scared because if I mess up, people are going to call me about it. I can remember this one time I went to like Five Below. Hey, happy Valentine's Day. Hey girl, hey, look at you in your pink sweater for Valentine's Day. What? She's good doing high kicks in the street. I miss our pool days. The sun's out and the countdown's going, so we're coming up here real soon. But anyway, what was I saying? Okay, so as a vegetarian, I talked to this friend of mine. She had been a vegetarian for like 31 years, right? And I think she started when she was 10 and she was like 41 at the time. And she goes, you learn as you grow, right? It's not like sobriety, like you mess up, you get a starter token. Like you learn as you grow as a vegetarian. You're gonna mess up. And I can remember I'd gone to Five Below and I bought all this like Haribo, whatever that candy is called, you know, to do this huge, like every kind of this Haribo candy in the world. And somebody commented when I showed it in a haul, and they were like, "You do realize that candy has gelatin in it, which is bone marrow?" I had no clue, right? I was so scared I was gonna get called out, right? I was so careful about it. I was careful back then about what I was eating in a review video to be called out as a fake vegetarian when my channel wasn't even about being a fucking vegetarian. Colleen Balligner has sexual inappropriate conversations with minors, and she doesn't even think there's something skewed about the fact that she might get in a video 8 months later and say she wants to start a school for kids. That's sick. It's sick and it's concerning. And I think it's time that something's done about it. So the rest of the video that I was going to do was going to be this channel's changing a little bit. No, it is. This channel's going to change a little bit, and I need some help from you guys about how I'm going to change this channel. I'm very excited about it. But I think that I'll make that video tomorrow unless something really pops off tonight. But if it does, then I'll add that to the video tomorrow. So you have to wait. But I'm very, very excited about this announcement on this channel over here. No, it ain't a book, it ain't a movie, or any of that kind of stuff. Something exciting. I'm excited about it. A little direction change. People say I always talk about the same 4 or 5 people over here. Well, I done added Eugenia Cooney. So now it's 6. But I have a little change over here for those people that say keep on talking about the same 4 or 5, 6 people over here. I'm going to add some people over here. No, I got a big change I'm making to this channel, and I need your help with it. So I'm real excited about it, and I'll talk to you guys about that tomorrow. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys. Thank you, Spill Some Tea with me, for tagging me in this and making me aware of it. I love you guys. I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it's wrong. But you know what? Happy fucking Valentine's Day. I love you guys. Attitude check. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.